Okay, Philippe, this is fantastic. We're in the middle of a vineyard in the Prosecco area, and you wanted to tell me a little bit about your journey doing your LifeBook. Please, how did you decide to do this? Why?
I was thinking of writing a book since a long time for my family and friends to tell the stories of all what I've learned and known around the world. And it took many years before I take the decision. Then when I met you, we decided to start, and it took all together 1 year because we have to do it step by step, following your guidelines that you give us before we start the work, and following your instructions. It went on very well, very soft, during 12 months between the first interview and the production of the book with the photographs, everything.
Fantastic. You said the journal that you got in the beginning as guidelines helped you get your mind into the right place?
Absolutely. And this is how I decided of the appendix. And there again, your instruction book is very clear. So it was easy to start. I must say the appendix was done in 1 day.
Right.
And then it took again 12 months to for the interviews and looking for the photos, putting all that together. And thanks again to your instruction book, it's very easy for me, who is not easy at all with internet, to put the pictures at the right place, at your standard, and add the text.
The captions.
Yes.
And your interviewer, Marie-Céline, was her name?
Marie-Céline in Paris.
Yeah. She was very good, or?
Yes.
How'd you find
so
her?
it was by Zoom. I was preparing a first draft where bullet points.
Outline, yeah.
We did one chapter every week, and then she would ask me questions on the basis of the bullet points. Then send me the draft of the text of the said chapter, and then I would send adjustment or little corrections, and it went on very well. I must say that at the beginning I was a bit stressed, but at the end I missed the interviews with Marie-Cécile. We did 24 chapters.
Wow. And were you remembering things because of the interview that you hadn't remembered before?
Oh yes, exceptional. Number one, my friends and family who read it learned a lot, even my children. And the same for me, because it pushed me remembering the stories. And it comes when Marie-Cécile was very professional, asking her questions. It reminded me all the stories. I never opened a file or an agenda to check the information. It all came straight, thanks to her being very professional.
And I think the interviewing process gets your mind thinking about different things. One of the things we find is that people not only remember the story, but they remember how they feel at the time, you know, the feelings that were going on at the time.
And this is where she was very good as well, because she was adding to the feeling. For a man, it's always a bit difficult to express
feelings,
to share feelings, but she could understand on the spot what the end of the story was.
Great. And when you got the books, were you pleased, surprised?
Yeah, number one, it's very very classy, very top class, top presentation, and all those who have read the book say, number one, it's a fantastic presentation, and it's easy to read.
Yeah.
This is 100% of the feedback I have. Very easy to read and interesting, because instead of doing a biography, if you remember, we decided together that we would do by regions of the world.
Yeah.
So it makes it a bit, how do you say, for
it's a journey.
Yes, and for my family,
Yeah.
my two children and my 3 grandchildren, it's interesting to read what I've known, what I've seen in the different areas of this world.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And you like the presentation, but you also said that a lot of your friends are discovering things about you that they didn't know. Yeah?
Even my son, he discovered many things. For example, how I met my wife.
Yeah.
I have the book in my suitcase all the time, and I'm not saying, because it's not true, that I read the whole book regularly, but time to time, I did recently, for example, the Concorde experience France, and I read the chapter on that, and I was really living the different flights I've made on Concorde.
It does. It brings those fresh memories back, or refreshes those memories.
Yeah, because you cannot remember all the details and sometimes figures. When you read it, many times I say, but have I written this?
Was that really me?
Well, yes.
So for other people, it's something they should do?
Oh yes. No question. No question. It's good value for money. No question. You have to do that if you like your family, if you like your friends, you need to do it.
It's the right legacy.
Yes.
Well, thank you for doing this.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate
because
it.
it's thanks to you we got there.
Thank you.